Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. And I have put a poll up on Instagram recently asking y'all if y'all wanted me to do a Q&A or a story time. And also, if you're not following me on Instagram, go do that now. I'll wait. Did you do it yet? Anyway, okay, so in this story time, I was about 8 years old. And I used to live in North Carolina with my mother. Okay, so being that I was 8 years old, you don't really have to do much at 8 years old. Okay, so we were moving, and I didn't have to pack any suitcase, nothing, because I was 8 years old. Okay, but the night before, she had reminded us. She was like, "Oh, don't forget that we're moving. So like, get on the activity bus, the one after school, not the one like that you normally get on." So me being stupid as I always am. So I'm at school doing my thing, right? Third grade, not really doing much. So tell me why I get out of school and I get on my old bus.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
So we driving and we get to my house and I'm knocking on the door and nobody's answering, and I'm like, usually around this time everybody would be home. So the bus driver was like, "Oh, well, do you want me to drop everybody else off and come back and see if they're home?" So I was like, "Sure." So I get back on the bus. They drop everybody off, and we come back to the house. So I'm knocking on the door. I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, maybe my mom is in the room sleeping." So I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go check. I'm gonna go check the room because her room was behind. It was in the back of the house." So I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go check now." Right. So I knock and nobody answers. I didn't want to let the bus driver wait. So I was like, "Oh, they're here. I'm good. I'm gonna go in the house right now." Right. I was lying, right, y'all. So there was nobody there. So in this house, we had this trick that we used to do with the window. It's like you push something and it just opens up, right? So I pushed it and then unlocked the doorknob, right? So I'm in the house and I'm like, "Whose carpet is this? Whose dog is this?" I'm like, "Hello?" I was like, "This isn't my house. We moved." And I let the dog out. So the dog is probably lost now. It's not my fault. Anyway, so I'm walking down the street trying to find. I was like, maybe somebody has a phone. So I'm walking, right? And I see the barbershop. I'm like, "Oh, my papa has a barbershop. And he has a phone in his barbershop. So maybe they will have a phone." So I walk over there. I'm like, "Hi, do you have a phone I can use?" And he says no. And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I sit down for a second. He's like, "Well, I do have my personal phone. You want to use that?" And I said, "Okay, sure." So I called my grandma because that was the only phone number I knew. I don't know how I remembered that number. We don't even have that number anymore. Anyway, so I'm calling and I'm like, "Hey, could you tell me my mom's number? I forgot it and I left school and we moved or whatever and I forgot." And she was like, "Okay, get a pen and paper." I was like, "Oh, I got it. I'm not gonna forget it." Right? So she tells me all the information. I'm just like, "Oh, okay. Okay, I'll call you right back after I call her." As soon as I hang up, forget everything. I try to call her back and nobody answers. Apparently they was at my grandma's house, seeing if anybody can find out where I was. My other grandma, my mom's mom. And I'm like, "You know what? They won't answer. My mom won't answer. How am I going to get home?" So I just sit in the barbershop for a couple seconds. Tell me why my vice principal pulls up in his little truck thing and is like, "What are you doing here?" I was like, "Oh, we moved and I got in the wrong house and I was supposed to get on the activity bus." He was like, "Get in my truck right now." So I'm like, "Oh, okay, cut up." So we get back to the school. The bus didn't leave. He was like, if the bus left, I don't know what to tell you because I don't know where you live. And I was like, ooh.
Now, ooh.
So the bus didn't leave. They had snacks and stuff. It was good. Like they had like chips and juices and junk. For an 8-year-old, that's like a lot of stuff. So, so my brothers, they were like all chill about it. And my mom, I don't think she knew because at the time she was a nurse and she was like, she wouldn't get home till late. So if somebody called, we could like get the call and be like, like erase it or whatever. But I don't think they called us home because, I mean, I got home safely. So yeah, that was the time that I got lost in North Carolina. And yeah. Anyway, do y'all like my new light up and all that? It was something I did on a whim. You're literally just sitting on my knee. But yeah, so if you like my new lighting, comment whether you like it or not. If not, Okay, bye y'all. Thanks for 50 subscribers. Oh my god, I got 50 subscribers, y'all. I'm shook. But thank you. And yeah, that's all I can say is thank you. Okay, bye.